Well, the trend seems to have turned bearish with weak global cues dragging the Nifty index below 9050 now. Hello and welcome to Bloomberg Quint. We are here to wrap the markets for you. If you look at the Nifty intraday chart, the Nifty continued to remain under pressure throughout the session to end 62 points lower at 9040, and that negative sentiment was being reflected in the broader market breadth as well, discouraging at one gainer for every two losers. A 3% fall in Reliance Industries shares was adding to the downward pressure on the index. Some of you have been looking at the key index movers.
Yes, the Nifty 50 index today, there were one advances for 4 declines. In the gainer side, we had banks. We have Bank of Baroda, IndusInd Bank, HDFC, State Bank of India, gaining in the range of 1 to 1.7%. In fact, Nifty PSU Bank was also one of the gainers, gaining 1.3% as the hopes of NPA resolution gains momentum. And gainers, we also had Bharti Infratel, Power Grid, ITC gaining in the range of 0.6 to 1.6%. On the losers side, we had Idea Cellular, which slipped 3.6%. The shares of Idea Cellular has dropped more than 22% in the last 8 trading sessions. Some weakness was also seen in the metal counter, as we had Tata Steel and Hindalco losing in the range of close to 3.5%. Reliance Industries shares fell as much as 3% after SEBI imposed a 1,000 crore fine and a ban on derivative trading. Aurobindo Pharma ended 2.3% lower on being one of the companies expected to be impacted by the European authorities' ban on drug. Some weakness was also seen on the IT counters, as we had HCL Tech losing 2.5% as the rupee was strengthening against the against the dollar. How did the rupee counter perform today?
Absolutely, Soumit. Just like you said, the weaker rupee isn't working in favor of the IT companies either, given they're already under pressure owing to the global factors. But if you look at the rupee today, it surged further by about 35 paise to the US dollar to touch a low of 65.0325 today. In fact, that makes it the near 1.5 year high for the Indian currency, owing to the continued foreign flows that we are seeing in India, and also after the Trump failure on US health bill has driven the dollar index to near 99 levels. However, dealers have said that the lower opening of the domestic equity market seems to be capping those gains.
On the mid-cap size, how did the paper stocks and airline stocks perform today?
Absolutely, Soumit. Just like you mentioned, they were the two packs that we were really seeing significant movements. If you look at the gainers as far as the mid-caps are concerned, Balapur Industries was sitting on top with gains of 8.7%. International Paper, APPM, also seeing 2.5% gains, paired some gains through the day. That apart, you also had airline stocks. You have Interglobe Aviation, that's Indigo. Jet Airways also sitting on gains of close to 2 and 3%. That apart, another counter that really stood out was Eros International, continued with its winning streak, rose yet another 8% after gaining 36% in the last 1 week. So again, fresh 52-week highs for that one. MRF, you can't see that here, that also ended with gains of a little over 1%. The key takeaway, it hit that 60,000 level for the first time ever since the record high, fresh record high for this tire company. On the losing end, as Soumit mentioned, metal stocks were under pressure, weighed down by lower prices in Shanghai. So you can see names like JSW Steel, you can see SAIL India, and both of them seeing correction of upwards of 3% as far as the metal counters are concerned. So a lot of individual stocks that were moving on the back of news triggers. Infibeam Corporation, KC International and Jindal Polyfilms amongst other top losers, losing anywhere between 6 to 11%. But with that, it's a wrap on today's session. Yet another day of individual stock movements. Overall, the breadth seems to be negative and the trend also downwards. With that, it's an end to today's session. Thank you for watching and stay tuned into Bloomberg Quint.